Well, none of that information has really come out yet. My best guess on that would be that New Orleans would be pushing for top 10 protection because, as you mentioned, with Cousins out and Anthony Davis' injury history, there's a chance they could fall pretty far down. And, I think that they would want to make sure the pick was top 10 protected. The Bulls are probably saying, we're not going to agree to that because, we want to make sure that we get a pick this year. But, with a rebuild situation like the Bulls are in right now, that pick doesn't necessarily have to come this year. If it's a pick that you don't get till 2019 or maybe even 2020, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think New Orleans was going to put some kind of level of protection on it. But I still think that if they would acquire Nico, they're sixth in the West currently. The Clippers have just made a big move that may drop them a little bit in the standings. I think New Orleans still looks like a pretty good bet to make the playoffs. So even if you had lottery protection on it, there was a pretty good chance the Bulls were going to get that pick this year.
Mark, are there any other smaller deals that may be possible the Bulls could make?
I think they would be receptive to moving Jaren Grant. I think they've pretty much decided that he doesn't fit with their long-term future. I don't think they feel like he is an ideal fit at the point guard position. I think he's kind of a shooting guard in a point guard's body. There may be a possibility that he could get attached to a larger deal involving Nico or possibly Robin Lopez. But the problem with Robin is he's got another year at almost $14 million next season. And for an old-school center who doesn't really fit that well in the modern game, I just don't think you're going to get a lot back for Robin. I think the Bulls will monitor what happens in the next week in terms of injuries. Washington lost John Wall for the next couple of months today, so maybe that's a team you can make a call to and see if they might be interested in a Jaren Grant to pick up for the short term.
Mark, something that Waddle and I have talked about is Zach LaVine and his restricted free agency. You hit on it. Restricted free agency's been a little weird for the Bulls. Nico's restricted free agency, the Jimmy Butler thing they gambled on, they were just a few million away. They ended up having a year later to pay him the max deal. They lost Omer Ashik to restricted free agency because they didn't understand the poison pill with the new collective bargaining situation. So this is going to be very interesting based on a player coming off of ACL injury who they have a lot of stock in because they traded for him, but you still don't know how good he's going to be.
Well, the big thing the Bulls have going for them this year is very few teams have significant cap space going into the summer. There's only a handful of teams, including the Bulls, that are going to have enough money available to offer a max-level offer sheet. So, there's always that. It only takes one team to make an offer that could mess up their books. But I think they're going into the summer feeling like, Zach is not probably going to be all the way back to his peak form until next season. Teams really don't have a lot of cap space. There's probably not a team out there that's going to make a max offer to Zach LaVine. I think the Bulls' hope is that they can get him for slightly less than the max. But the reality of it is, whatever long-term agreement that they eventually work out with LaVine, it's going to start at least $20 million per season. And I know for people watching him now and having those tough shooting nights, they're going, wow, we got to pay $20 million, for a guy who's struggling to regain his form. Hey, that's just the price of doing business. And the starting level players in the NBA are going to cost you in excess of $10 million for every position. And for a guy like LaVine, who averaged 19 points a game for the Timberwolves last year, two-time slam dunk champion who's only 22 years old, you're going to have to pay to get a long-term contract in place with him. And when you consider, even though we really like what we've seen from Markkanen and from Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine was the headliner in that Jimmy Butler trade. And you can't trade away a four-time All-Star and then let Zach LaVine walk. So he's going to be a Bull. I think they're just hoping they can get him at slightly less than the max deal.
Any estimation on when Chris Dunn may be back, Mark?
Yesterday at practice, Fred Hoiberg said he feels like Chris is finally turning the corner. He even mentioned the fact that, his eyes were clearer. So, he was pretty messed up by that concussion. And who am I talking to about concussions right now?
The only difference is I didn't really know anything about him back then. They actually know something about him now.
He went into details talking about how, his eyes look clearer today and he's able to digest solid food. Painting a pretty grim picture. So, I'm sure you can share more with your listeners than I can about the impacts of concussions long term. But, Fred made it pretty clear that this was a very serious fall, and it's been a long, slow process in terms of him starting to feel like himself again. You know, they said they gave him the okay to start doing the exercise bike, which is the first step back, and then they'll try to get him to do some running, and then they'll do some practice basketball stuff, and finally some maybe full contact. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him until after the All-Star break.
Mark, keep up the great work. You guys are fun to watch. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, Sylvie, keep tweeting on the postgame show. We like to hear
You know it. You know I will. See
you
you,
know,
Mark.
T-Red Fred always does, too.
That's true.
See you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye. So long, guys.
He's a longtime Chicago guy, Mark Shanowski, and he's really become a staple in that Bulls coverage. Knows his stuff about the Bulls.
I think the best thing that the Bulls have, their greatest asset is they have the capacity to take a bad deal.
Yeah.
And there aren't a lot of teams in the NBA right now because of where they sit in terms of salary cap that can take a bad deal.
Yeah. Oh, Woj is going to join us at 5:30. Yeah, fingers crossed. He's at the look. He was working the Detroit deal yesterday. That's why he canceled. So he did tell us though that he would pop on with us at 5:30 today. Elmhurst Steve, you're on ESPN 1000. What's up, Steve?
Hey guys, you know, one of the things that kind of a little bit is everybody seems so anxious to hate anything that Bulls management does these days. It's like, you know, like a lot of the public with Trump. It doesn't matter if he does what he does. It's like we hate it. And then when you look back at the trade for Jimmy, they got a great deal done there. And I just feel like they've earned a little bit more trust. Sure, they've made some mistakes in the past, but they've done a lot of things right. And I'm not angry that they didn't just jump at anything to get rid of Nico, because I think they can get a first-round pick. It may not be even in the middle of the first round. Maybe it'll be later in the first round, but you know, they'll get something. And I trust that this management team is on the right track. So that's what I just want to kind of stand up for them a little bit, because I feel like a lot of people are just so anxious to jump down their throats.
All right.
I'm not even standing up for him. I'm not willing to express, you know, my frustration with him until we get to February 9th and everybody's
Right.
still in
You
the
don't
Bulls
want to.
uniform.
You don't want to do it without
That's all.
a reason to do it.
And look, I get it. I'm not blind to it. I understand for all of the reasons you mentioned why there is a lack of trust. I completely get it. I just think it's silly. February, well, we're not even February 1st. What are we, January 30th?
Yeah, we're getting the end of January here. Like people say, hey, maybe Gar Pax are turning things around. Gar's born in the background. Pax is taking the reins a little bit more. They made a good deal with Minnesota. They drafted a good player at number 7 with Markkanen. I still, before I give them the benefit of the doubt again, and I supported this front office for years when there was a feud with Tibbs. They still signed Felicio this offseason to $32 million. They still didn't identify the talent that was Jordan Bell. So while there were a couple good things, it's not like they had this great offseason. To pay $32 million for a player who's playing in Hoffman Estates is not a good move to kick off the rebuild.
All fair.
You know?
I'm not even doing a deep dive into I'm not saying that they've had a fantastic offseason, that it was a fantastic. I'm just saving either my elation or my frustration
Till the time.
Yeah. I mean, it makes no sense to get all worked up that they didn't make a deal for Nico on January 30th to me. Maybe they do. I think the thing that they have that is most valuable right now is they have the capacity to take a bad contract. And I think that will ultimately probably land them with a late first-round pick.
Michael on the north side, you're on ESPN 1000. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. So I find it interesting that Ashik's name keeps coming up. I actually ran into him in the summer at Walter Payton High School, running laps outside, and I asked him, first off, I was shocked, and then I asked him what he's doing in Chicago. He said he still has a house here. He considers this his home, and how important those aspects are, those kind of like unknowns when it comes to owners and players, when it comes to trading. Bringing back someone like Ashik seems more like a rehash than a rebuild, but when you have someone that's committed to the city, who feels like they have unfinished business and is willing to buy in, I think those are important factors when it comes to rebuild or trade situations like this that we might not know about. He considers this his home. I'll let you guys talk. Thank you.
It's a good human interest story. I get it. I don't care if his name was Amir Ashik or it was John Smith. What it is, it's a bad contract that the Bulls are able to assume and absorb, which allows them to also extract the first-round pick from the team. Again, I'm not poo-pooing that he's not going to buy in or that he doesn't love Chicago. I don't think the Bulls look at Amir Ashik and say, wow, he's a piece to the future. No. He's a means to the end, and the end is acquiring the first round.
Absolutely. I could not have said it better myself. Like, they're not looking to say, well, we know Ashik, he controls the defense, and everyone is tied to him, like Tibbs used to say. No, this isn't it.
No, this is.
Let's get Joe back together. Let's get Derek here.
And that's not. I'm not trying to take a shot at Ashik. I'm just. He's a guy.
You got to look at some bad contracts.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They're gonna eat some bad cash.
All right, what do you guys want to play here? I got some tape for you. Okay, not tape, but audio. Do you want Roger Goodell from Golick and Wingo talking about the gambling situation, legalizing gambling, or do you want a fun caller on Cap and Company, which I don't believe you heard?
I do not.
Abdallah, what do you vote for here? We've got a little time before Would You Rather. Mallard, what do you vote for? You're the audio man.
Would You Rather's at 4:30.
You want to get a little more serious, or do you just want to laugh?
We always want to laugh.
We want to laugh.
You've been bringing me down with these failed Bulls deals for the last hour.
Maybe after Peter King, we'll play some of the Goodell. I think the Goodell stuff is good, and I'd like more time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's play this card. So you haven't heard this, Waddle. Cap went from calling this guy a jackass to wanting him to call him a jackass. So Cap was telling. Baseball lost a pretty good man today, Kevin Towers. Yeah, former general manager of San Diego. So that got this guy who called in to say, well, Kevin Towers was the guy who fleeced the White Sox for James Shields. But it wasn't. It was another general manager. But that's what brought this caller to the table. Just Cap's yarn about Kevin Towers.
Now from Safeco Field in Seattle, MLB Network is on the air. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners.
On Rick Hahn with the James Shields, $30 million of James Shields who sucks. And then they traded Fernando Tatis to the San
Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to another edition of Baseball on MLB Network. Joined by Dan Plesac, and Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener,
They now
Harold?
have 7 of the top 100 prospects.
They lead the league in stolen bases. Look out. They're going to come at you running. They're going to run to first if they walk. They're going to steal second if they're sitting out there. They just run. I'm excited to watch them.
Opening day giving up home runs. What a genius Rick Hahn is.
Tim, I'm going to disagree with you, man. Now, these guys got to prove they can play at the big league level.
And at shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. At one time, he was the top player in the game. I'm telling you, youngsters, you didn't see it then, but he still can play. What you're seeing now is the guy's aggressive. He comes in, throws the ball to run, and nobody's been able to do that like he does.
Have you lost your mind?
Digging in now, Danny Santana.
Rebuilding or reloading. They suck.
Tim, listen to me, jackass. Let me tell you something.
Rebuilding or reloading, Cap. I mean, the guy has sucked for 5 years.
I'm the guy that Jerry Reinsdorf and Kenny Williams went off on.
Lead this one off today.
That's what he should reload with, Kenny and Rick.
39.
Both of them suck.
And we are underway from Seattle as the first pitch of the afternoon. This is the ball
example
one.
of a winning team. Forget about the boatload. Forget about Adam Dunn, Adam LaRoche, and
Wind up, here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You are one of my favorite callers ever.
Oh, you because I'm right.
You're not right.
Hey, Cap.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
criticize the Cubs when they
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
You got Fernando Tatis, he's playing on San Diego, and you got James Shields, who is a piece of crap opening day for the White Sox.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Hold on a second.
Hit back toward the mound.
They
Tulowitzki.
took a team
With it, the throw. Not in time. Almost got him after the great stop. Base hit. The leadoff man on to start the inning. Here's Ryan Braun now.
And then I'll praise Rick Hahn. All this White Sox fans.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Nobody out runner
waiting
on
for
first.
Tommy John surgery. I thought we're 110 miles an hour from the
Before the 0-1, he'll check
Tommy
on
John
first.
surgery, he's right around with Zach Burney. So good luck, Rick, with all that crap, and we'll keep praising you every winter. The guy's a piece of crap general manager.
So that
A
was
bullet to first base. Tries to dance back to the bag to double off the runner, but not in time.
A lot of wasted energy.
You know who it is, right?
At the plate,
I
Ian
know this
Kinsler.
guy, Dan
First
Doctor.
chance for him here with a
to
runner
me,
at first and
if I
one
had
gone.
This guy right. This guy's been leaving me voicemails.
Ready with the first
years.
pitch. Here it comes.
God, I can't
It's swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Davis moves over and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
During the Jim Hendry years, and tell me that I was too hard on my own Cubs.
Stepping up now,
Do you know
Gary
who he is?
Sanchez.
I have no idea.
Takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and two away.
I actually
Step off the
think
rubber and go to
that
first.
this is a Cap thing. This is Cap's Tony Clifton.
Oh, like his alter ego. This is
Like
his.
Cap has paid someone to be Tony Clifton for the White Sox and call in.
And there he goes towards second. Skied into straightaway right. Davis is there. And that ends the inning.
That's who this is.
White Sox
Colin
lead
Kim,
one.
I appreciate his passion, and
I don't even
With a
think
moment
it's
here in
his
Seattle, a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Really got
Well, that's the million-dollar question. It's kind of like our packs with, like, again, like everyone likes to say with the White Sox, the bad moves were Kenny's, the good moves were Rick's. Do we really know?
I'm pretty sure the James Shields deal was Rick's. Now, he's the general manager, and at that time, James Shields was the last trade that the White Sox made in an effort to try.
Right.
Yes.
Band-Aid.
And even at the time, it was a deal that you kind of raised your eyebrows at and said James Shields was struggling pretty bad at that point, and it wasn't the greatest idea, but they had already pushed all their chips on the table and were trying to salvage something and make themselves a respectable team that year. But that just goes to further how they were so invested in the idea of, let's just try and make it to the dance rather than looking long term about what would be the best outcome in the team. I think what he's done, look, the caller's right though. He's getting a lot of plaudits for something that we haven't actually had
incredible talent.
And the caller is right too. Once they decided we're going to deal Chris Sale and Quintana with the but you got to give Rick Hahn credit.
Gerard Dyson is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Harold, these White Sox, as they enter play today, it's so far so good as they enter play 3-0 on the young season.
Well, man, I really like the pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix the pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
But you get Eloy Jimenez.
So here's Francisco Lindor now.
Right, but to get the Adamito deal.
Right, the Adamito.
But story's still being written.
Into the windup and the pitch.
He's right about a couple of things. Like,
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
When they did start going young, the Carson Fulmer has not panned out. Like they wanted
Wind up
him to.
and the 1-0 pitch.
Rodon has not panned out like they wanted him to.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate.
Even pivoted
In
back,
time to first, and there are
haven't
two away.
Hit like they wanted him to hit. But we'll see. Look, I'm a believer in Rodon. That guy has been
Into the box
not
now,
this guy, correct?
Paul
He's
Goldschmidt.
been 99%.
No one aboard for him,
He's
and
a
two gone here in the first.
With any Cubs criticism, gets angry. And he gets angry at the Sox fans.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Kinsler is there for it, and that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. And this is still a 0-0 ball game.
I stopped listening to my voicemail from this guy.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. Into the windup and the pitch. Inside. He misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Let's get into Waddle's world.
It's that time again when we venture deep into the great unknown. And it's Chicago Tom Waddle. He can't run, he's not fast, but he can
swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line.
Bears wide receiver. He caught everything that was thrown and took every hit that they could give him, and he had an
1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
If I had a football team, I'd like to have a Tom Waddle on my team because you draw from that.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt. It's back to even at 2-2.
John Waddles brought to you by the great people at Wintrust Community Banks. They are Chicago's banks. Find the nearest Wintrust Community Bank.
And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate.
So, we'll just say that Rick Hahn is horrible until they actually start to win.
The 2-2 one more time. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Josh Donaldson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
And this catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Melky Cabrera. Who else did they bring in that year? They got a lot of praise. That was the last year they went
ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
Kind of resulted in that James Shields deal eventually.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back.
That was kind of when they made the move to elevating Kenny Williams' title and kind of giving Rick Hahn the reins.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the year didn't go anywhere close to
it. And he brought up Samardzija too.
Here's the pitch.
That's who it was. With Samardzija, yeah.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
And Bulls have been guilty of staying too long in the middle of the road.
Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 calls. He couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in, Chris Owings. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. He throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
I'll tell you what, right there, Matt, that's a sign of a guy that's sitting on an off-speed pitch.
Yes. They're another one of those teams that's sort of stuck.
27-22, and you have just a
dynamic. Here comes the 0-1.
Yes. And
a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now.
Having this conversation with Black. I mean,
Garcia ready, the 1-2.
He's not a great defender.
Sliced hard, but foul. Look out over there.
Good rebounder. Good rebounder.
He was a great rebounder. With his athleticism, though, waning,
he'll try again, 1-2.
He develops his game.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
I mean, he's not a number 1.
No score here as we play inning number 2.
This is like the Wizards, where you just talked about their dynamic backcourt. Now you're talking about this dynamic front court.
And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. 3 up.
Out of the playoffs currently. Again, this is another.
Standing in, Chris Davis. He'll match up now with Joe Ross to lead off the inning.
Chris Davis.
Ready, here's the first offering. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Blackmon. Makes the play, 1 away.
Boy, he signed a bad contract with Reggie Jackson, too.
Here's Chris Carter now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
You know, this ain't working. We're going to go in a different direction.
And that slider's almost in the dirt.
receive the ire of the caller like that. You say, why are you praising the Clippers?
He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
A lot of people say the deal was great for the Clippers.
Yeah. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound. And so far, he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
Bottom of the second here with no score.
Well, I mean, look, where's he going? If he's not
and another foul ball.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive. I know he'd like to see that pitch again. I know he's got 2 strikes. That's a ball he should have hit, though. It's right in this wheelhouse. He fouled it off. He's going to last another pitch. But, man, that's the one he wants.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Chris Carter becomes out number 2 this inning.
And listen, I mean, say what you want about their history, but they are, it is L.A.
Tommy Pham stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
It is L.A. And I see L.A. as a destination city for it.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. This is skied out toward right. Garcia has a read on it, and that retires the side. The Mariners are down in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score.
Maybe there will be some surprisingly big deals. Roger Goodell had a lot to say.
At the plate, Avisail Garcia. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. There's a fastball missing, down and away for a ball, 1-0.
Especially after hearing what Adam Silver had to say about being only worked in the Native American community to understand better their perspective. And
hit hard on the ground at first. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it. And the leadoff man
said 9 out of 10 Native Americans do not take that in a negative fashion, the Redskins logo, the Redskins name, and they support it. In 2016, the Washington Post polled 504 Native Americans and found that 10% deemed the name as offensive. The results were similar to one 12 years earlier by a different public party.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
Dan Snyder's saying no. Saying I'm siding with the 90%. Not racist enough.
1-0 delivery.
So he is
squared that one up just a little late.
How about this?
A runner at first with no outs here.
After a huge World Series payday, Better X is all in on the Eagles. The same unnamed bettor who took Las Vegas for millions on the World Series.
He's taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
William Hill USA on Monday became the second sports book to report taking a $1 million bet on the Eagles.
Now a snap throw to first.
A name that we would recognize personally? No, not personally. Like a celebrity, or is this just some guy who's super rich?
Working for the punch out and the offering.
I don't think it has to be.
And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. He got him set up perfect.
I'm just saying that it could be a famous guy that we know.
There are plenty of really rich non-famous
looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
Are you trying to say it's like a Mayweather?
And this is fouled at the plate.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little 2-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. It's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
Now swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Making 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Danny Santana.
$10 down on the Patriots. Less. You know, but my point is
aren't most billionaires? No.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Probably.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point.
He's the richest guy in the world and one of the top 3 richest guys in the world.
And I'm not saying that I'm saying a guy like that. Just a guy with
only billionaires out there that you don't know who they are.
Michael.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Not worth their time. Yeah, I mean, that's why.
Like Charles Barkley can get a charge out of dropping $1 million on that. It's probably Charles.
No, I thought Charles only had 100.
Hit out towards second. Scooped up. Tulowitzki for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Inning over.
Seriously. You $5 billion, you're worried about acquiring new companies to boost your wealth. You're not like gonna...
Stepping into the box, Yunel Escobar. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Garcia has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And look there at the standings from the AL Central as you see where the White Sox find themselves coming into today's action.
I don't think, like...
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now.
They have a better chance of
First offering on its way.
Exactly. It isn't sports related. And they're going to do it with
and he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Let's buy a multi-billion-dollar company and see if it works out.
Toronto police allegedly ate pot edibles.
And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
2 strikes. Way outside. 1-2.
A man in Australia claims he
The
found
1-2
a small
pitch.
hairy mouse inside the tiny little burger he was served on Friday.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Full mouse inside. Bruce Blackburn.
Russell Martin now. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
I would think it'd be sliders, but whatever. From the
And this is going to be a foul ball.
January 26th, it just so happened to be Australia Day. But after eating the first
0-1 home to Martin.
Blackburn says he noticed something odd about the texture of his final
and
burger.
this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
What would you do?
How do you instantly
ready with another 0-2?
I would be freaked out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over.
Lost to every...
1, 2, 3, go.
Would you go beat somebody up?
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Braun. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Shot foul over towards the coaching box.
I don't know what to do. I mean, that's a really good question. What would you do?
The first call would have to be go away. I got myself something big.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
I mean, it depends on the restaurant. If you find it in like a chain, then yeah, you could. The out-of-court settlement would be.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good change up that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2.
You would call the cops hoping that they would connect you to the right field.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
Russian mom is recovering in a hospital after giving birth to a baby who weighed nearly 14 pounds. A 42-year-old already has 4 kids. Delivered the supersized tot without any medical help.
A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Riding in once again, Ian Kinsler comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Passes away in Spain, having attributed his long life to a glass.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike, and he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
Here comes the 0-1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch. If you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
He also has 2 siblings alive, aged 97 and 93.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. It's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seat. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4.
Found at the bottom of the sea, be a clue to the site of the mythical city that lands.
And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning.
On Google Earth in the Pacific Ocean, just west of Mexico.
Striding in, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
About what it could be, including an ancient sunken city, a bizarre UFO, or even an alien base.
Wow. You buying any of that?
I'm going to have to research it a little bit before I make it.
Infield in the overshift here now, the pitch.
Before we get to the real nonsense,
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away.
Hustler Club claims stripper punched and knocked out his front teeth. The Manhattan chef is
There's a high pop-up. Lindor is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. On to the bottom of the fourth now. Here's Gerard Dyson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Mariners' fourth inning. Center fielder, Gerard.
I mean, I don't know.
Here's your let's not name call.
I would think that it's not protocol that you
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Froze him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
And this is on the ground for Kinsler at second. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for round number 1.
In trouble with the law.
Now batting.
He said maybe.
Second baseman. Francisco.
Digging in to try it again. Francisco Lindor. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. This one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Random stabbings. Or maybe just some good old-fashioned debauchery. Everything's on the table.
Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Tell you what, that's a nice swing after the sequence. Following a fastball to get a changeup and foul it off. Pretty good approach.
Makes coffee.
Cool. One more time.
Great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed. That classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Police say the garage door had a padlock.
Wind up and the 0-1.
To the broken door frame. And
grounded to short.
Permission to be in the garage.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mariners are down in order. Through 4. Still.
When Fur was caught by police, this is the interesting part.
In now, Charlie Blackmon comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Into the windup and the pitch. He couldn't quite hold back that time. The changeup moved him for strike 1.
This doesn't sound crazy enough.
He's got his more discipline here. It's 0-2.
Matt, here we are in the 5th inning, and he swings at a ball.
That sounds totally like a story that would happen in Dayton. I'm going to ride your coattails in this one.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he got him.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good.
Coffee maker. Did the coffee maker already have water in it?
Well, then he was using their utility.
Standing in now, Josh Donaldson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
When you do a coffee maker, that's surprising. We do a lot of work at the garage. It's a garage loft where there's maybe a living area.
0-1 count and the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox.
Bottles of water in like a fridge. I can see that.
And I also have...
And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
You have the K-cup
now batting
with the coffee. In the
so digging in now, Chris Owings. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
because it used to be stuff.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
Well, that's 2 quick outs, and he's got a low pitch count. Really being aggressive in the zone is forcing him to swing the bat. He's economically low in that pitch count. He's got a chance to go deep in the game.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And here's a ball hit in the air. Lindor ranging into the outfield, and that's the third out. So they go down without a whimper.
It's Treasure Island, Florida.
Here's Chris Davis now. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Right fielder, Chris Davis.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled straight back.
What's your first meal if you found a mouse in your slider in a restaurant? A, spit it out. Find chef for beef.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
C, call a lawyer.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Yeah, you can call 911 for a mouse.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Ready on 1 and 2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2 and 2 now.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Chris Carter will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
That was an ugly swing, and that's indicative of how they've been swinging bat today. They just have not looked like they're picking the ball up at all. He's just dominating.
I'm not just, I think it's certainly possible.
To third. Santana has it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Some mouse and a burger. How big is your burger?
Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column. Worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Tommy Pham is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the 2-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Ball 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1 and 2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly it just looked on that last pitch.
Now a swing as he hits this one into the air. This will be foul off to the right, out of play.
One of my good chef friends just texted me and said, this is very hard to happen.
Now a foul tip held on to behind the plate. Nice work there to get the punch out, and the inning is over.
I'm calling it foul. Yes.
So here is Avisail Garcia. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Garcia.
Back to work now is Garcia as he gets ahead on a good pitch that time. It's strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Under it now is Davis to put it away for the first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, number 7. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet. Man, I like the last 2 pitches. Changeup and then the fastball. He's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's the advantage to the pitcher.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1 and 2.
If your daughter, who you're
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Garcia ready, the 1-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And this is going to get to the wall now out near the Mariner bullpen. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well. But that was
with the sirens going on, because there may be more important issues to be taken care of at that. Yeah, right. But I would probably call it. Let's bring in Peter King.
Stepping in now, Danny Santana. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
They don't have a table here. I'm really not happy about that. There is no
in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Because it used to be that they would say, hey, what do you want at the Super Bowl this year? What are you interested in?
Now the 0-2 from Garcia. Swinging a little blooper to center. Dyson moving in. He can't get there as it falls in. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, we're in the 6th inning. We finally get our first base hit to drive in a run. What a pitching battle we're witnessing. Will we see any more runs scored is the question.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Davis on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
And I always find it humorous when
first delivery to him on the way. Right over the middle, knee high. A runner on first with 2 away.
That a sports writer being cold would be a concern to anybody but the sports writer.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
A lot of Super Bowls have been.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner's on the move for second. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
4 degrees in Minneapolis. But I don't care.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. 2 out with the man at first.
You don't write out on your courtyard by Marriott.
Heading out towards shallow right. Davis moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. The Sox get a run here on 2 hits. Digging in to try it again, Yunel Escobar. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman, Yunel Escobar.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Now here's the pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Garcia has a read on it. 1 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
What did you learn about the Eagles coach that you may not have known?
But swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. Back goes Braun. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Digging in now, Russell Martin looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. High in the air out to center field. Blackman will put this one away, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 1.
Here's Gerard Dyson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And that's That's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. 2-out success, and that means Francisco Lindor will hit here as well. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
The football game has been 70 minutes long for Tom Brady and 60 minutes long for everybody else.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Pitch inside the throw. Not in time as he steals second.
The MVP of the NFL.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base. You have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Sent out to straightaway center field. Blackman on the move. And that ends the inning. Mariners strike back to tie things on. Riding in once again, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First offering on its way. To short. Tulowitzki is up with it. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Now batting. Center fielder.
Here's Charlie Blackman now. Hoping to avoid the hat trick. Struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing. You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff starting to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Played the Oakland Raiders in 2003, December of 2003. The night before the game, his father
trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Left field and deep. Pham ranging back. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the 2nd out. Digging in once again, Josh Donaldson. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that is off the wall in right field. Oh, and he throws it away.
That ball was hit pretty good. I like the single, but man, the only reason we're talking about a single is how the defense.
Before the game, he went out with Doug Peterson on the field to just have a catch to try to calm his nerves because he was so upset about his father. And he couldn't even complete it.
And down to
Doug Peterson 10 yards away, throwing it over his head, hitting the ground, everything. So
the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up the throw. Keone Kela.
And then he looked at Favre, and he basically said, "You're going to be awesome tonight. You're going to play great. I know it."
Mariners. Number 50.
Keone Kela. Emotional on the phone.
Here's Chris Owings now. And he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and grounded to second. On to Tulowitzki at second for the force, and that'll end the inning. A man left for the White Sox. Still tied 1 apiece.
Documentary, the Tom versus Time.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Line hard to the left side. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Oh, he reached back to Townsend right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
you know, and said something really stupid and infantile in third
Not a
grade.
bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
I would expect Anthony Rizzo
1 and 2, here it comes.
to say, hey, screw you and the horse you rode in on, Cliff.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
That's unforgivable, in my opinion.
Goes down to get the off-speed pitch here. This is sent in the air out to left. It's got some carry to it. And that ball is gone. A home run. Digging in. Chris David. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
The first one back today. I've seen the first 2, and I found the most incredible team in there. And
some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw.
Sort of a spiritual author, and
that's lifted the other way out to left. Braun has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
And is a huge Patriots fan. So he moved out to LA 2 years ago.
Here's Chris Carter now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning.
Sure they ran anything perfectly. They saw him and he approached him.
This is line to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
He's asked him a few times over the years, so finally
if I'm pitching, I got to be sick in my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking. He's not hitting the ball down the way.
Brady could still be playing good football at age 40. And so that was the premise of it.
Into the box now, Tommy Pham. And a changeup to him, drops in there for the first strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with a 0-1 pitch. Wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Stop and choke over the single camera in the back seat of Brady's car. And Giselle Bundchen is
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
You know, because,
it's so hard to hit when you're behind the counter, too, right?
You go out and lay a huge egg. One of the worst games since the Patriots have gotten any good. And so...
In now, Yunel Escobar. Now a stoppage here as a balk has been called. And that could wind up being a costly one as it'll move that base runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers.
If one partner has a problem, the other partner is going to be there and be soothing and really legitimately concerned. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And that's what this stuff is filled with.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. No hits to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch on the ground to the right side. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Well, he gets a hanging slide.
Taken up with trying to convince Doug Peterson and the Philadelphia Eagles PR staff called Let Me ride to work with him. This is not one of those things where I pick up a phone and all of a sudden somebody waves a magic wand. Oh, yeah, Peter King. Yeah, let's let him do it.
Mark Melanson takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Mark Melanson.
So these things are hard to do. And the fact that Gotham Chopra could do that and get a camera...
Standing in now, Troy Tulowitzki. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Big topic.
Here comes the 0-1.
Will take place. What do you expect the commissioner to say about the health of the sport when he meets everybody? And when you measure that against... like
looking for the K, here's the pitch. And a big strikeout there, and they'll leave a couple of runners on base. And after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. 1 for the Mariners in the inning, and it comes on the strength of this solo home run.
I think overall...
Ready for another shot now, Avisail Garcia. A hit in 2 tries so far.
The biggest thing to worry about is... just like Maury said,
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0.
Maybe at all, but at least...
ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
That's a big fastball, obviously. And we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Look, it's a free country. Parents should be allowed to do what they want with their children, but I think there's enough evidence to suggest.
Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
Chopped weakly to the left. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Number 7.
Digging in and looking for more. Number 7. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Strike at the knees. 0-1.
That's a pretty good break right there. Breaking all the way across the zone. That's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But, man, that's a nasty snapdragon hook right there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there, knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off.
That misses. 1-2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And they'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing the pitches, just off the
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
The Atlanta Falcons this past year,
and this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Ready once again, Danny Santana. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Interesting. All right, Peter, prediction time.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
I'm going to pick the Patriots, but I think the Eagles. I will not. I don't think you know, look, I thought the Vikings were going to win that game.
Hit hard to short.
2-minute running game.
Throw to first with plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox.
About this game, that if I'm the Patriots, it concerns me.
Russell Martin now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
For the Mariners. Catcher, Russell Martin.
Matt Carpenter will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Now playing second base, number 18.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Braun has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Gerard Dyson. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Now pitching for Chicago.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out in the bullpen.
Like in my opinion, anyway, I think that we have done a poor job as a group.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Job as a group in dealing with the defensive deficit in Hall of Fame.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Don't speed up his bat here, Matt. 2 fastballs he blew right by him.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th.
And the rest of coaches and league officials. So think about that.
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Defensive players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Another 0-2 home.
That doesn't include two-way players.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Lindor. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy in the wraps in this one. No hits for him so far. What stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over.
3 really great years, and then another very good year.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Now here it comes. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Here's Matt Carpenter. Set and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. How about a swing out of his shoes on that one? 0-2.
Not too often you see a changer come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Go on to first, and the White Sox are down to their final out now. Ready for another chance? Gary Sanchez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
In Colorado, showing some good launch. Samuel Adams, Logan Spears. Sam 76 this Friday, 2-6. Serving Sam Adams all day long in Cleveland. This is probably our biggest show we've ever done at Finney's Beverage Depot in Lincoln Park. We've probably done about 20 of them. It's going to be big this Friday before the big game. So make sure you're with us. I've got Portillo's to give away right now. Remember, it's free delivery through the beginning of February 4th to be exact. When you order online and spend more than $50, use the promo code BIGGAME18, get free delivery, or use the Portillo's app. Answer this question. We played a hilarious call from Camping Company.
First offering on its way. Late that time for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one will get this one. A little over 47,000 fans on their feet here in Seattle. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you don't make the postseason. But at least they got a win here in the season on somewhat of a higher note. Something to hang your hat on when you're on the first tee tomorrow morning.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Keone Kela claims the win out of the pen, his first. Joe Ross is tagged with the loss despite giving up only 2 unearned runs. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Our final line score this afternoon. First, for the victorious Seattle Mariners. 2-run.
For free. And they sent me $50. I'll even save up to $150 a year on my energy bill.
All right, you win.
Schedule your free pickup from the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program by visiting ComEd.com. Compliant state law.
Your business is changing in a big way thanks to new customers, new competitors, and new technology. So your internet provider had better keep up. That's why Comcast Business is building the nation's largest gig speed network, providing speeds up to 1 gigabit for all your employees, so downloads take seconds, not minutes. And internet from Comcast Business gives you more connectivity on the go, with access to more than 17 million Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide, compared to just thousands with AT&T. AT&T doesn't even come close. Comcast Business gives you more. Comcast Business also offers a network of high-performance services built to help your business do business. Stop waiting and switch to Comcast Business now. Get fast, reliable internet and add voice mobility for just $29.95 more per month. Don't miss out. Call 1-800-501-6000 or visit ComcastBusiness.com. Comcast Business. Built for business. Actual speed vary. Offer ends 1/31/18. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Limited to 1 voice line. 2-year contract required. Requires Comcast Business Internet at a additional monthly charge. Equipment option needs extra call for details.
It's time. Time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, and instant chat across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device.
But the best thing about Zoom, it just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
It's Mary V, owner of Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview. You've heard the guys talk about our renowned dishes like the wood-roasted chicken and baby back ribs, but they haven't even mentioned a few of my favorites, like our charbroiled fresh fish or the Cadillac burger, hand-packed fresh ground beef with Monterey Jack, bacon, crispy onions, and barbecue sauce. Pair one of those with an ice-cold draft or a glass of wine. Can life get any better? So come into Johnny's Kitchen and Tap today and ask for me, Mary V.
Howdy folks, Colonel Sanders here to tell you about KFC's $10 chicken shares. They're perfect to share with those special people in your life. Choose from 6 pieces of my Kentucky Fried Chicken, 9 extra crispy tenders, 12 hot wings, or a bunch of popcorn nuggets. So grab your buddy, your cousin, your dad, your college roommate, or my friend Joan, and head to KFC. Are you there yet? Okay, good. Now get to sharing and eating. KFC's $10 chicken shares. It's finger licking good.
At participating KFC's only. Hot wings not available at all locations. Prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra.
Sports Center brought to you by Coyne College. Ready for a new career as an HVAC technician? Visit coynecollege.edu.
Sports Center is brought to you by Continental Toyota. Experience the Continental Toyota difference on LaGrange Road at I-55. ContinentalToyota.com.
Hey, this is Coach Mike Disbergle here. This is Stacy King. Hey, this is D-Rose. What up, this is Ludacris. Hello, this is Dick Enberg. Would you like to play a little? Would you rather? Oh, my.
That's right. We'll always keep Dick Enberg, the late great Dick Enberg, in the open for Would You Rather. Would You Rather is brought to you by Grand and Western Liquors. If you're stocking up for the big Super Bowl party or whatever you have, that's the place to go.
I got beer, I got wine, I got mixed drinks available.
Grand and Western Liquor is located at the corner of?
I believe it's Grand and Western unless they move.
Number 1 in selling beer in Chicago, and then past the savings along you. They got everything. Absolutely everything. Danny Pasaglia will set you up right. Say hello and say that you're Waddle and Sylvia listener. You never know what they're going to throw at you. Could be something good, could be something bad.
Okay.
So this is for a $50 gift card.
It won't be anything bad. They're not going to throw anything bad.
Who won the Portillo's gift card, by the way? Or we tell people what the caller called it.
That would be Matt Boyle from right here in the city. Matty Boyle. Good time, Matty Boyle.
He correctly knew that the caller was upset that Cap never criticizes the White Sox and that Rick Hahn is getting the pass in this rebuild. By the way, Adrian Wojnarowski will join us in an hour from now. Talk about the latest on where the Nico Pelicans deal is.
It's our maiden voyage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we had it in the past?
No.
Long time ago?
I don't think we ever have. I know we did on the station.
Right?
Yes. Fake Rose at 5.
It is our maiden voyage.
Can't win. Boys, I saw a lot of Would You Rathers come in. The quality good?
I'm perusing them now, so I'm not sure.
All right.
Ryan McNick wants to know, would